It's a new year with a whole lot of new drama in Salem. Are you ready? Let's dish.
No.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to Dishin Days. We are AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tami Goveia, and I am joined by two of my favorite hosts.
Michael Mattis. Hi.
Michael Mattis.
Hey everyone, Chelsie Overocker.
And Chelsie Overocker. Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. We got a little bubbly celebrating the new year.
Yes, they have their bubbly.
Oh, we have bubbly.
We have
Well,
our bubbly.
You have your bling bling.
I have my bling bling.
You have your bling bling, and we have cupcakes. This is from James Lott Jr.
Thanks,
so
James
thank
Lott
you,
Jr.
James, for these celebratory
Good.
cupcakes.
Delicious.
Oh my gosh, everyone. Happy New Year. We're
Happy
so
New Year.
excited to be here for 2020. Please make sure and follow us across all the socials. I know we've been saying this every single week for 5 years. Tony's been saying it. But on Insta and Facebook, you can find us at Dishin Days. And on Twitter, you can find us at _Dishin Days. And if you are a podcast listener, follow us, tune into our show on
Hello, podcast
Apple
listeners.
Podcast. It's not iTunes anymore. It's
Oh.
Apple Podcast.
They did change
They
that.
changed
yes.
it. So I'm practicing. I was saying to James, it's probably going to take me a year to remember to say Apple Podcast. But for all the podcast listeners, we got us a really dandy show. Give us a rating. Let us know how we're doing. We always appreciate the feedback. If you love soap operas, AfterBuzz TV has soap recap shows across the board. So first of all, Soap News Weekly, which is hosted by Chelsie and I every Thursday at 6:15 p.m. It's our news show here at AfterBuzz TV. We cover all the news for General Hospital, Boldly Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, and Young and the Restless. If you're a General Hospital fan, we have the GH Report that is on at 5:15. And if you are a Young and the Restless fan, we have the Restless Wrap, which is on at 6:15.
Yes.
Okay, and we just did the Bold Breakdown. James Lott Jr. and I, we do the Bold Breakdown for the Bold and Beautiful once a month. We just did it at 2 o'clock, and in February, we have 2 shows that we're doing.
What?
So I know.
Wow.
It's going to be a special month. It's super exciting. Those are the church announcements, as Tony Moore would say, and he's not with us today because he's still celebrating his birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, Tony.
Tony.
Everybody wish Tony a happy birthday, happy belated birthday. We miss him.
Yes.
Yay! Before we take a deep dive, what did you guys think of the week?
Weeks.
Yeah.
The weeks. It was good. Yeah, I was watching it with my family when I was back home, and
Are they fans?
they are fans.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, my mom and I were watching it. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is getting so good." She even stayed up till midnight, y'all, to watch it with me. So that's saying something.
That's so cool.
My mom used to watch like way back in the day, and I even remember like being 2 and 3 years old and seeing the hourglass
That's
spin
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
on the. So we were watching it, and she's like, "Why is Hope talking like that? What's going on?" And I told her, I was like, "Oh, she's Princess Gina again." And my mom's like, "She's Princess Gina again." It's like, so they're basically rewriting what they did 20 years ago. I'm
Except
like,
now you like her.
You
except
like her
now,
now.
yeah, I was getting to that.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, but they have a new spin on it because then she was like, "Why is Steve talking like that?" And I was like, "Okay, well, this is what's happening now." And I was like, Steve has been Princess Gina into thinking he's Stefano, and she's like, "Whatever."
Oh.
My mom just was like, "Whatever." She was like, "I'll go with it." I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
see, there you go.
Yeah.
Just rolling with it. Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
thought, I mean, the weeks obviously have been great, but
Mm-hmm.
this week, finally, a lot of things just kind of came to a head,
Yeah.
which was good.
There was a lot of there was some focus this week on a couple of the storylines.
Yeah.
And so it made it kind of easier to follow. It didn't bounce all over the place
Yeah,
sometimes like
right.
it does. And I'm like, wait, what
Ping
happened?
pong.
Who was on? And there
It
was, yeah.
it all flowed together. I gotta
Mhm.
say, I'm becoming a fan of Hattie. I just
We'll
I
talk
love
about
her.
that because I was actually surprised that she's going to be recurring. Like that's going to be a long-term storyline. It seems like.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm
so.
excited.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get into it, you guys. Are you
Yes.
ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's time to start.
Dishin
Days. Okay. Woo! Top storylines: Steveano Hope, Gina, Hattie, Kate, John, Marlena, parentheses Roman, Rafe, Kayla, and Justin. Wow, that's pretty much the entire cast.
Yeah. And a lot happened in this, like, this week in this story.
Yeah.
A lot of movement.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. Okay, let's cover this. Let me make a scribble here so I don't forget. Okay.
She's making notes, y'all.
Yes.
This is very important.
Adding I think I don't know if it's a tidbit or a top storyline, but anyway. All right, so let's get into Steveano. I love the fact that he doesn't have a home. Like, first Kate was like, just get out of my room. I can't take you here anymore. He gets kicked out of the loft, and then he's over, staying with Kate, and then they had the whole, the police investigating the loft, and he's just a man who's going stir crazy.
Very stir crazy.
Because he can't be out and about. He has to either be in the loft or in Kate's room.
He just so
which doesn't look very exciting.
himself.
Kate's room doesn't look very exciting.
No.
So Kate's living there now? She's moved out of the...
Yeah. So she works there, and
Right.
she lives above,
Lives above the pub.
Love the pub. Yeah.
Okay, Kate.
It's a nice room. At least-
I like it. I wouldn't like it if Stefano was in there with me.
Yeah. No.
Steveano.
Sorry.
Steveano.
No, I'd want him out like immediately. But I have to say, Stephen Nichols, man, I am loving him as Stefano.
Me too, kind of.
I am loving
You know what I noticed?
him.
I noticed in a scene with Stefano and Kate. I guess we'll just call him Steveano.
We'll call
right?
him Steveano?
Steveano.
I don't want
Okay.
to confuse it. Okay, so with Steveano and Kate, there was some chemistry there that mirrored Lauren's chemistry with Joe when he was playing Stefano. There was a moment, and I can't remember if it was on Monday or Tuesday, where they were going back and forth, and she was like laying down the law, kind of, like, and I think kicking him out. And I was like, ooh, that's how it was between Lauren and Joe when they were playing Kate and Stefano. So I was like, whoa, which kind of surreal because it's not Joe and Lauren,
No.
it's Stephen Nichols and Lauren.
Right.
So I think that's a testament to how Stephen Nichols is playing this. He's really kind of embodied Joe in his performance as Stefano. And I don't think it's, like, he shouldn't be doing it any differently than he's doing. He shouldn't, like, trying to be doing it differently than Joe did. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when they bring in a new actor for a character, they want to put a new spin on it, or people are like, oh, he's trying to be her.
They want to
she's
add their
trying to
2
be,
cents to it. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I think this is the way to be doing it.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I agree. And just even like the last couple of weeks, bouncing off of you, Michael, we see where, Kate and Stefano, Joe and Lauren, when Steven, it's just like certain words or certain chemistry, like when they look at each other, you kind of feel like it's them. Like, okay, I could believe this is Stefano's
Absolutely.
essence. Steven, I
Yeah,
could believe
which
it.
goes back to what you were
Yeah.
saying of he's just nailing the essence of Joe and what Joe had created and honoring that.
I want to know how long they gave him to prepare.
Yeah, it's a
like
good
if he got a
question.
script on Tuesday saying like you're coming back as Stefano, and on Wednesday he had to shoot.
Yeah.
Or if they like gave him a few weeks or even months to kind of finesse the performance.
Well, on Soap News Weekly, our last episode before we took our break, there was news about how Steven portrayed Joe and that he did watch tapes, and just working with him all these years, it helped him
Oh, well, that's true.
with
He
his
worked
essence.
with Joe. Like,
So
He
he
worked
worked
with
with
him.
him. It helped him, and just even the hand movements and just
the voice.
The voice.
The
yeah.
intonation. Just
especially
the
when
tone.
he yells. That's total Joe Mascola.
That
when
moment freaked me out.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But
Yeah.
that moment, it was like finally everything just kind of came to a head.
So basically Hattie goes up to Kate's room to say hello.
So Hattie's
and
out of jail
encounters-
now and
Yeah.
working at the pub.
Yeah, got herself a job.
Got herself a job.
Go girl.
Go Hattie. Go Hattie.
Deidre must be
Doesn't take her
happy
long.
for this.
She has to be having
Oh,
fun with
she
this.
always has a good time playing Hattie. And I love Hattie.
Hattie's a lot more entertaining than Marlena is.
Oh,
Marlena
sure.
is no, Marlena is a one-dimensional
She's
character.
Marlena.
Always the heroine,
Dr.
always the
Marlena.
good, always, and Hattie's, funner. More fun.
Hattie's got her lips sealed.
I was about to do that part with Rowan.
Or
I got
kill
my
you.
lips
Oh
locked.
my God.
And it's like, what is that? Or kill you.
I was like, this kid, this is real. This is happening.
That was priceless.
And Rowan just looks at her like,
Yeah.
Oh my
They're like,
God.
Hattie, same old Hattie.
So now Hattie and Kate are sharing the room, or is there another room upstairs that Hattie? They can't be
I don't
sharing.
think they explained that, but no.
yeah.
Roman just said go upstairs and tell Kate.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be
no
another room.
for.
there's no.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Hattie and Kate would not. Oh, they wouldn't last as roommates.
Oh my God.
Or maybe that would kind of be funny to see.
I would watch
because there's
it.
history
Well, Kate and Hattie worked together, I think, in the diner.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be, yeah, they have history.
Yeah. So she found Hattie found Steveano
Right.
in the room, and
And he didn't get it.
he didn't get it.
He
He
didn't
thought it
get
was
it.
Marlena.
Yeah.
I thought it was Marlena.
I was
Excuse me,
ready
oh my
for
God.
this, like, for him
Sorry.
to
The bubbly.
realize, like,
Damn. So they kind of played it off like, oh, this is Patch. He's back on a secret ISA mission, and you can't. They how did they explain the eye? Like they fixed it, right?
It's just under the umbrella of it's a secret mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a secret mission. But
Um,
going to your point, when she thought it was Patch, I wrote this down. He looked at her and very emphatically said, "I am not Patch." And I was like, "Oh my God!"
No.
Is he just gonna blow it all open? But
Yeah.
didn't.
No. And she couldn't tell Roman.
Here's my lips.
Well, he didn't blow it. He didn't blow it because Kate came into the room at that point,
Right.
right?
Because he was
Yeah.
like, she said like, I'm gonna explain to you why I'm. And she came in. I'll explain it.
Well, I loved Kate coming into the pub, and Roman's like, "Well, you know, Hattie, where's Hattie? She's upstairs." Great.
I know, right?
How long has she been up there? I don't know. I was just beginning to wonder. She's been up there for a while. Great.
Oh.
I'll be right back. So that was awesome. She's just doing damage control. Kate
Yeah.
is running around Salem just putting out fires.
all, yeah.
Putting out fires, but she's just the help.
She's just, but I'm loving her in this role. I mean, I know she's not running an empire, but
Right. She's more Kate than she
She's-
has been.
yeah. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still not what I would prefer, but more along the lines of what I would expect from
Well, I knew since the time jump, like, there's no way Kate could just be working at a diner. Like,
Yeah,
she
it
has
didn't-
to
it
be something.
Kate. Yeah,
So when
she
we
has to be
found
doing
out-
something dastardly. Or,
Which she is.
Yeah.
So when we found out she's working for Steveano and Gina, I'm loving the dynamics between her and Princess Gina.
It's so funny.
Back and
Princess
forth.
It's very
Gina's
entertaining.
tiara needs to be knocked off her head because she's way too uppity
Oh yeah.
and way too dismissive of Kate.
And I feel like Gina is, even when she's being Hope, she's slipping like in big ways, and I think she's just frustrated with having to pretend she's Hope, and she's
Yeah.
starting to not give F's about
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
not being Hope 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which kind of leads into the whole New Year's Eve. You
Mhm.
know, should we flip for it?
I cannot
Yeah.
believe they were going to flip for it.
And
Yeah.
I liked how they did it. I liked how they were in the loft and the
Mhm.
camera panned to the table
Yeah.
and you saw the tiara and you saw the patch.
Mhm.
No.
The,
You saw the-
tiara
the cigar.
I think
and
you saw the cigar.
Cigar. Okay, that's
No,
right.
I'm sorry, the ring. The ring. It's the tiara and
Oh,
the ring.
The
Stefano's ring.
tiara and the ring.
Yes.
And then you realize, like, okay,
And you hear Doug say Hope, so then you know, oh,
yeah.
they're Hope and Steve. They're playing Hope and Steve.
Are you
But they
ready?
are Hope and Steve.
Are you
See,
ready?
This is where
That's right.
This is where I'm getting. Oh my gosh.
So now they're playing. Yeah.
They're playing
They're
themselves.
And I like it how Steveano is saying, well, I'm here because I want to protect Merlena from Stefano. And if anyone knows any better, it's
They
me.
just spin that whole
She spent,
storyline.
and then the way, because you know when she was in the police station and they were doing the DNA test on the stogie cigar,
Yes.
and Steve's picture came up, and she was just like, delete. And the way she was like, oh well, it came up as Stefano, so he's definitely here in Salem. And
Yes.
yeah, the way they spun it, I'm like, I wish I could think that quickly.
That quickly.
And that like creatively, but no.
And they're both in sync.
They've had practice.
Yeah, they're both in sync with how they think. Like, okay, we're both going to say
Mm-hmm.
Stefano is in town because for the
Yeah.
longest time they wanted to keep it a secret.
Are you
Yeah.
ready for the reveal, though? That's not going to be revealed for a while, is it?
I think they're going to be playing
hope
it a
is
little
They
bit.
don't. I mean, other than a few things, they really don't string things out as long as they used to.
As long as they used to. Yeah.
There have been a few things that have been, in the fold for a while. I can't remember exactly what, but I do feel like there was one thing I was like, this has been in secret forever. But I don't know. They may, February sweeps is coming up, so it may be a big February sweeps arc or something where they reveal it. But Marlon Wallace mentioned John unmasking Kristen. That only lasted a few months, right?
I was going to say a few months.
It wasn't strung out. I think it was strung out as long as it needed to be with Kristen playing Nicole.
Because I wasn't sure how I felt for New Year's. If I wanted the reveal, like it's Stefano and Princess Gina revealed themselves, or if I wanted this drawn out a little bit more.
I want it drawn out a little bit more,
Yeah.
but like don't make it like next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's string it out a little bit. Let's have some more fun with it, and then move forward.
And I love how Steveano is so physical with Marlena.
Mm-hmm.
You know how whenever he's reassuring her that he's there to protect her, he's got his hands on her arms. And she's like,
and I don't know
okay.
if it was written that she should react that way in the script, or if that was just Deidre Hall doing her thing. But like she didn't totally buy it.
Because Steve doesn't act that way.
No, Steve never acted that way,
No.
and so like she's just she's a little uneasy about it.
And then,
not right.
Right.
And then John's like,
John.
come sleep on the couch.
Well, John too is even looking at.
John's back to being '90s John, where everything just
goes
No,
over.
I want to say so. I think there was moments when he was looking at Steveano, and he was just eyeing him like, "You wouldn't do this. This isn't my partner."
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I think he's still.
So you think John's
City.
just going along with it and maybe a little suspicious? But
I think he's suspicious, but I don't think it's going completely over his head.
Because that was another thing. Like he seemed to buy it like hook, line, and sinker, and I'm like, is he really buying this, or is he suspicious and just trying to keep him like close?
To
you know
Chelsea's point, he did confront Steveano with, this isn't normally how the ISA operates.
Exactly.
You coming back the way you did or have, this isn't procedure.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up? And then they kind of spun a story.
And if John does he still work for the ISA? I've lost track of who he works.
Oh
wait,
I'm sure he has some connections.
He still has some connections. He can research it and find out that it's not legit, right?
I think once he starts picking up on his partner Steven's actions, that it's not really Steven, it's Steveano. And they have the ball going because they're saying, okay, Stefano's back, but maybe it's not his face or his presence that we're going to recognize.
Right. And John did say that. They believe Stefano's back, but maybe there's been reconstructive surgery, so we don't recognize him. I think Rafe, when he had the conversation, who did he have the conversation with? Being concerned with Roman. Like, something's just not right.
They were having these conversations about Hope before the time jump, which means they've been having these conversations that Hope ain't acting right for over a year.
So,
and they can't figure it out.
Are they going to create a scenario to kind of prove their point, or is Rafe gonna? You know how you want to catch somebody, so you create a situation that's okay.
You set a trap.
Set a trap. You think he's gonna do that?
Maybe.
And Roman's picking up on her actions.
After a year, they should have done it already.
Should do.
But I digress. Yes, maybe.
Roman's picking up on it, and finally Rafe is like, okay, this isn't Hope. Again, I just feel like if it was someone closer to Hope, Ciara is caught up with Ben, but if it was someone like, say, Sean was back in the picture, he would pick up on his mom's actions.
You mentioned Ciara. Have Ciara, since Hope turned into Princess Gina, have we seen Hope and Ciara interact?
We have. It was at the police station when she was trying to get that. I keep saying Paul, not Paul. Xander was there. What was that situation about? But she was too focused on
his
Ben.
Confession.
Yes,
That's right.
confession,
Okay.
and Ciara wanted to be there, but she wasn't focused on how her mom was acting.
She was totally distracted.
She was so distracted. So Ciara's too distracted right now to realize there's a change with her mom.
Got it.
Because I think she would really be the only one besides Rafe who'd be like, okay, something's definitely wrong. And then Roman called her on how she treated, was it Hattie?
Hattie. She was very dismissive.
She just barked at her,
because Hattie came in and gave her a big old bear hug.
Yes.
And Hattie, she kind of rebuffed Hattie, and Hattie said, I thought we were friends.
Yes.
And she was like, no, we're not. Goodbye. And walked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, biatch.
Yeah, and Roman was just coming off the conversation he had with Rafe about Hope's not acting like Hope. So when he saw that, he's like, okay, and he followed her outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gina is just is fed up, and she's done playing
She's just done.
the Hope game.
Yeah.
And so when she's confronted with something like that, she's very dismissive of it and like whatever and walks away.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And-
Steveano is only still willing to be Patch because now he's in such close proximity with Marlena.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As he kicked Hattie out.
Yes.
And she.
What?
Did Hattie forget her galoshes?
Oh my god.
Oh.
I laughed out loud at
There's
that.
some part of me though that likes Hattie and Roman.
Oh,
Is
Well,
that
they-
insane?
They were-
I do like
I think
them.
they were a thing at one point. Hattie and Roman were a thing.
Were they really?
I think years ago. Chat room, if I'm incorrect, feel free to correct me. Or if I'm correct, feel free to tell me I'm right. But I do believe that Hattie and Roman had a thing. Maybe brief, maybe not so brief, if my memory serves me
Okay.
correctly. But yeah, so I think they did have a thing at one point.
Okay.
And I think that was part of the weirdness, that it was like she looked so much like Marlena.
Oh,
And he,
yeah.
it was after Roman had always had a thing still for Marlena even after all those years. And now he's over that now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I just like when they're in the pub together and Roman's like, there's no way I'm dating anyone that works for me. Hattie's like, but what about love? And if you have the right feelings, and just try to convince him. He's like, no.
No.
He's like, well, what about Wraith and Hope? They're divorced. They're divorced. Well, what? Just was like,
What did she say? What was the joke? And I was kind of questioning it because I'm like, oh, they're kind of making light of the Me Too movement, and the Me Too movement's kind of serious.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I forgot what she said because Roman was like, and now with the Me Too movement, and she said something like, she's like, who wants a boyfriend? Me too,
Me
or
too.
something.
Oh,
like that.
right.
She made a
Yeah.
joke,
Right.
and I was like, huh. I don't know if I should find that funny.
Well, I think she said
No.
me too, not realizing the momentum that has.
No,
now.
exactly.
She's just in her own
Yeah.
mine, like me
her own
too.
world.
So according to the chat room, someone said yes, Hattie and Roman were a thing.
Okay.
A couple people said no, Hattie was just lusting after Roman, but nothing ever came of it. And that's all
Because
they have
they
to say about
act,
that.
she acts like nothing's ever really happened between the two of them.
Right.
Like this is some crush.
You know,
So,
there's
yeah,
never any inference to like, oh, remember when?
No.
Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
No one said anything more about it, so
Yeah. All right.
whatever, we can look it up
Okay.
later.
I don't know. I think they're quirky and funny together.
No, they are.
He always laughs at her.
I know, and he cares for her. He really cares
Oh, yeah,
for
he's
her.
good.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when Marlena was in the coma, that was a really cool storyline that I really liked
Mhm.
of them working together to save her. And
So then the person we haven't really talked about in this whole equation is Miss Kayla Brady.
well, yeah,
Dr. Kayla Brady.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
Who
we
was
had
shell-shocked.
the Santa thing.
Kayla.
So this year's
That was
reveal.
interesting.
So the past 3 years, there's been a New Year's Eve reveal. We don't know what it was.
Last year was Tyler Christopher
really don't-
and Louis Sorel, right?
No. Last year was Jack, Matthew Ashford.
Oh, so the year before.
Eve brought Jack back
Wow.
last year. The year
Okay,
before that
four
was Vivian and Stefan
and
O.
Stefan O. That was,
And we missed a year.
that was such a good
We missed a New
reveal.
Year's.
Man.
With the time jump, we
Yeah.
missed a New Year. So we don't know what happened last New Year's in Salem time.
You're
Know what I
And
mean?
Doug's place was probably under construction to turn into Julie's place, so maybe nothing was going on.
No, because in the flashback, Kristen had about her and
yeah.
Brady.
They mentioned going to Doug's place, not
Oh,
Julie's
okay.
place. So
Oh yeah, Brady was going to a New Year's Eve thing. He wanted
Mhm.
her to go with him, and
Yeah.
she's like, "No, next year we'll make that promise. We'll go
Yeah.
together next year."
So-
that's right.
But yeah, okay. So this year, the reveal is Steveano. Steve is Stefano.
Patch was
Patch.
the reveal.
Patch. Okay.
Patch.
And I love it when they give Mary Beth Evans like that material, like just to be ferociously pissed off.
Yeah.
Because like Melissa Reeves, she plays it so well and just so intense. And it's like you could feel that Kayla was just like gutted.
Well, I loved going back to the whole Santa thing, where she's convinced that that's Steve,
Mm-hmm.
and she confronts him, and he refuses to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
There was the beginning of what you were saying of that ferociousness, like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve, and then her dumb pager went off. Oh, I've got to go.
Pager.
Of course.
You know,
Because it's 1995.
whatever.
No, go ahead.
Pager,
beep.
what is it? Your phone?
You know, you're right. It is a pager. It just makes
she's
me
being-
laugh
yeah.
to hear pager.
Because I thought, oh my God, he can't turn around
No.
because that'll blow everything. How are they going to do this? And then she got buzzed into the surgery room with ER. But that was a really good moment because you could see on her face like.
She emotes
Oh my
so well. Like
God.
you knew what she was thinking.
Yeah,
you could
she's
see like
like-
the hurt and
And
the
I
anger.
feel so
and-
bad because I love her and Justin, but they don't stand a chance.
As long as Steve
They don't stand a chance.
in his yeah, as long as Steve is there,
Yep.
like it's not gonna happen
No,
between.
no.
It's not gonna last between Justin and Kayla because Steve is Kayla's lobster.
Right. And
Absolutely.
he's not keeping them separate by choice.
Mm-mm.
So
Even the next day after he said all those terrible things to her at the New Year's Eve party, she still has a dream about them being together. And she's like, this whole year was just a nightmare.
So did you for a second, because I thought for a second, oh my God, is this all a dream?
What, like the time jump and everything?
Yeah.
Didn't they do something like that on a TV show? I think it was called Dallas, like so many years
thinks
ago.
that
it's
was a
called Dallas.
dream.
Yeah, I thought they
Bob
were.
Newhart,
Yes.
they
have said,
the
okay,
whole season was a
I
dream.
can't remember if it
Yes.
was Ken Corday or Ron Carlavarti specifically said in a Prince interview, Soap Opera Digest, one of the online publications, that this is not a dream. That
Okay.
this is actually happening.
Well, it was just but they still use
Now,
that
could they decide-
storyline to make the audience go, oh, well, at least me go,
I mean, regardless of what they said in the press, like that it is absolutely not a dream. They could, change their minds in 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
If they need a twist or something, they'll be like, okay, well, it's just a dream. However, if they do that, no, because if it's just a dream, they don't have to. I was gonna say if they try to like undo the time jump, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
go back, but then they have to redo
they have to redo everything.
everything.
So
Yeah.
much work.
So
And
I
it's-
know it's not a dream, but I really enjoyed being fooled for like 15 seconds when she woke up. And then there was just the hand that reached out to her. Like, oh my God, is it Steve? And then it was Justin.
yeah.
It's like, oh my God. Just for a second, I thought maybe this was just
This
all
the
a
whole
dream.
thing was a dream.
Yeah.
So who do we think? So at the end of their confrontation, he gets frustrated. He's like, I'm in love with another woman."
Oh.
Do you think he's gonna say like, "I'm in love with Marlena"?
No.
No.
Who do you think he's
I
gonna?
have no idea.
Kate.
He's gonna, because that was such an honest, brutal moment that once he verbalizes that, he's gonna realize like, oh my God, that was wrong. I shouldn't have lost control. And he's gonna backpedal and
Oh, you think he's gonna
probably
backpedal
say,
and not?
you don't know who she is,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
It could be two women that he's going to cover up for. It could say Kate because Kate and Kayla do have conflict, so that could be interesting. Or Hope because they arrived at the party together.
Oh, yeah.
And then that would cover
Oh my
Hope
God.
liking John, and Merlena would let her guard down more.
Mhm.
So they could spin it and say that them two are together.
True.
Dun dun dun. I don't know.
Wow. That would
And
be
that way, no one will
good.
question why they're together all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
And then if Merlena always goes back to Hope saying you have feelings for John or whatever, she's like, no, I'm with Patch. I'm with Steve.
But Hope admitted to having a crush on John.
She did, but you know
So-
how Princess Gina could
Yeah.
spin it around,
Yeah.
and
I'm loving that.
that would be interesting.
I want to see him say, I'm in love with Hope.
And then that would be good because
In
Hope
his Steveano Hope patchway.
and
And then he has to go tell
Kayla.
Hope, Gina.
ooh,
By the way,
yeah.
By the way, I told Kayla that I am
my
in love with you.
God. That moment was so powerful.
Steffi, I can't believe you did that. I can write it myself
Steffi.
and perform it. One man show right here.
I'll just be watching you all next week.
I know.
So turn that channel really quickly. Yeah. Anyway.
And
so-
I did. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I loved how Justin defended Kayla at the New Year's Eve.
Yes.
When he just got all up
Stand
in
by your
Patch's
woman.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, what a
oh.
good boyfriend. What a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's so protective over her.
Did you guys see, sidebar, the very good looking extra that was behind? I'm sure Tony did. Like, he's always good at spotting the trade.
There were
in the
some
background.
good-looking people at the party.
But there
Oh,
was
I
one
will,
in
yeah.
particular,
Yeah.
this one really buff, handsome man who was like, he must be like a featured extra because he was in I noticed him several times and he was right in the background between two of the heads. I think it was Kayla and Justin.
Okay.
And he was right there, and I just was like,
Well, I still have
He's pretty.
those recorded. So
I'm gonna
I'll
go
have to
back
go back.
home and like pause it. Be like, oh.
oh no, he was handsome in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and I'm sure Tony noticed it. So maybe he and I can talk about that next week. But yeah. Anything else in that? A lot happened for those people this week. I think we touched on all the main points.
I think so. I'm just looking. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right.
Okay, next
Moving on.
storyline. Chad, Abigail, Gabi, Eli, Lani, Kristen, Brady, and Nicole. Oh my God.
So Chad and Gabi are still playing cat and mouse with Kristen's shares. Cat and mouse with Kristen? They're both just trying to get the
They're
shares.
still vying for
Yeah.
the shares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And Kristen's playing cat and mouse.
I would say yes.
Is that how
Kristen's
it
the
is?
cat,
Dangling.
and Gabi. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Gabi, Abigail, Chad, they're the mouse.
They're kind of the mice.
They're
Yeah.
the
Yes,
mice.
they're the nieces.
Got it.
Yes.
The mice.
They're the nieces.
3 blind mice. I love, and I don't think it's gonna be part of Kristen's character anymore, but the way Lani and Kristen would both go into nun mode when they were there, and they're like, God tells us
It's
not to judge. I'm
it's,
like,
it's
it
tough
cracked-
to shake a bad habit.
It cracked me up the way, because when they're together out of their habits and they're talking about like the revenge they're gonna get and whatever,
slugging wine.
and then they go into nun mode and they're just like, I have taken a higher calling. It
Yes.
cracked me
I will
up.
pray for you.
They were so good, so good.
I love Kristen and Lani. Such a good combo. Great friendship. I'm glad that Days put them
And
together.
the chemistry between Stacy and Sal is like,
So-
again, it's one of those because of the time jump.
Mhm.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
Who would have thought they would have worked
Who
really
would have
well?
thunk? Yeah.
The moment where Kristen comes back, and we haven't touched on it yet, when she comes back from her confrontation with Nicole and Brady
Yeah.
and just chugs whatever's in the cup,
Yeah.
and Lani takes it and is like,
All right.
Okay.
that kind of night.
Yeah.
I think the best. Stacy played this so well, but when she confronts Brady and Nicole, and Brady's like, "You're not," and she just starts ripping everything off with her red dress.
Yeah. And she has on that red dress.
Yeah.
She loves that red dress.
I was laughing
And you know,
so hard during
that
that
whole,
scene.
I mean, that whole monologue that she says to Brady and Nicole about
She had
not being judged,
that had to be like 3 pages.
that was an insane monologue.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of spoke, I mean, I think Ron used that opportunity to speak for women in general
Mhm.
about no one has the right to judge me, no one has the right to, to belittle me or to shame me, because that's such a, I'm not going to say a hot topic, but, with the whole Me Too movement,
Yeah.
it's about women standing up for themselves, not letting other people belittle them and shame them.
Well, especially after what Kristen's been through. Like,
Exactly.
yes, Kristen.
And you would think Nicole would get that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Hello?
Exactly. And I think she called Nicole a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah. It's like, there you go,
and I'm
judging
like,
me
and I'm
again.
like, I kind of agree with Kristen on this.
Yeah.
And you know what? She made a point, because this whole confrontation, what led up to this confrontation was that Kristen was seeing Brady and Nicole together. She saw them
Kiss.
the night before New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, kissed outside the door when she
Yeah.
dragged
And
Brady
thankfully,
in.
Brady was sober and
They didn't have sex.
did the right thing.
Question mark. There was a night a few weeks ago where Nicole got drunk and Brady, I think, spent the night.
Okay.
Or it wasn't really. We don't know if he spent the night, but she was drunk. He was at her apartment, and then the next day she was hungover. And she doesn't really remember.
Basic
Do we
Black.
think they slept together?
No.
that night?
No,
Because
they,
yeah.
no,
I
they
mean,
would have. They would have.
Okay, so flash forward to this week. They didn't do anything. Brady had sound mind. Good for Brady.
Yes.
Finally, thinking clearly.
Kept
and,
in his pants.
Yep. Amen. So Kristen saw this, and then the next morning she saw, or New Year's Eve, she saw Brady going into her Nicole's apartment building.
Yes.
And so she's, so that leads to the confrontation. She's like, I'm going to fight for my man. And I was kind of like...
Against
you go-
Lonnie's advice.
Against Lonnie's advice. But I was like, you go, Kristen. And she has a point. If Eric comes back and wants Nicole back,
Yeah.
she's going to go
Bye-bye.
to... Okay,
She's gonna be right
Eric
back
and
to
Nicole are
Eric.
meant to be together, and they know it. And so anytime Eric's with someone else, if Nicole's available,
Yeah.
he's gonna go to Nicole.
Yeah.
Same thing for Nicole. She's gonna be with Brady now because Eric's not available.
Exactly.
As soon as Eric comes back and is like, "Hey Nicole, what's up?" She's gonna be like, "Okay, bye Brady.
What's he
Time's
gonna
up."
What's he gonna say to her?
He's gonna be like, "Hey girl." Or he's gonna be like, "I want you back, Nicole.
There we go. That's the voice.
I forgive you.
I forgive you."
I forgive you.
Talk about Judgy McJudgy.
No, so
Oh my God.
So for all of Kristen's doings, and which we still don't know the circumstances under which she killed Haley.
I know, my God, they're dragging that out.
We know, okay, that's something
I
they're dragging
thought
out.
they would have.
So she, we know she was distraught over the baby dying, but we don't exactly know. There's almost like some empathy towards Kristen for that.
Yeah.
At least with some people. But yeah, even like I was like, Kristen has a point here, Nicole.
The only valid point Nicole made, where it's like, oh, that's true, was having Nicole kidnapped, taking on Nicole's identity, all to get Brady.
Yeah.
And this,
Right? So it's like,
yeah,
okay.
because at the end, Nicole just said, "This is what you get for trying to steal my life."
Yeah,
and
but
she
at
walks
the
away.
end of the day, I think Kristen's point of having been pregnant changed her. And I think add that time that she spent in the convent probably has moved some things. Will Kristen always have the capacity to be Kristen? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she's more conscious of the choices.
Oh yeah.
And she has Lani now. Who's like, girl, calm down.
She's
This
saying,
is not a good idea.
okay, but Lani herself is starting to get some rage in her.
Okay, so we have a clip because when I saw this moment played by Sal Stowers, I thought, finally, they're giving her a moment where Sal can flex her muscles.
Before we go to the clip, I want to say hi to a very special chat room guest.
Oh, who's in the
Oh.
A
chat
very
room?
special chat room guest. Okay, we didn't need that much. That was a little much. Tony Moore.
Tony, well,
is
he
in the chat room.
was in the Bold Breakdown
Oh, was
chat
he?
as well.
Why are you in the? Go enjoy your vacation.
Aw,
He
he loves
Can't stay
us.
away.
He loves us that much.
We're his lobsters.
Where's lobsters?
We're his lobsters.
What does that say?
Well, happy birthday, Tony. Hope you're enjoying
Happy
your
belated
birthday.
your vacation in San Fran, doing the single ladies dance all over town.
I love it.
So yeah, okay. So
Okay,
back we have
so
a clip.
if we have that clip ready, this is
Can we
Miss
roll
Sal
tape, please?
Stowers.
Roll tape.
Roll tape.
Roll tape.
Action.
I love the music too.
Yeah.
Now Lani has found her man, and I have you.
I love this. Look at that walk.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That is how we've been feeling since November
And
when
look
the
at the
wedding
expression
happened.
on her
I know.
face.
She's got some rage in
She
her.
look, and she looks bad. Like, oh my God.
She
Sal.
needs to add that to her reel.
Sal,
So
did
good.
you take like an extra can of Red Bull for that?
I don't
Because
know.
man,
I'm sorely disappointed at the security cameras that they have at Horton Town Square. That was the best shot they could get.
oh,
Like I don't want Lani
Yeah.
I don't want Lani to get caught, but I'm also like really Horton Town Square.
You're like,
Like,
we know it's a
really?
nun. That's all they got from
You
it.
know, it's a nun, and it's like from the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, there were no cameras like pointing at the Gabi sheep,
I
like
know.
from the. Come on.
from the front.
But I guess that would be too easy for Lani
It
to
would
get
be
caught.
too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I noticed she was like wearing gloves and stuff, so like no fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
But Gabi like confronted her and kind of knows it's her. It wasn't.
yeah.
Well, it was funny
they
because
thought it was Kristen.
yeah, they thought it was Kristen, but somehow Gabi knows it's Lani. Well, Gabi knows it's Lani because of
Well, after
their,
they
because of what
confronted
happened
her.
between them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and they know that Kristen has denounced the sisterhood, as Eli says, the sisterhood,
The
Mhm.
the
sisterhood.
sisterhood. Love that, and to your point, Chelsea, the two of them together conspiring
Mhm.
is so amazing, and I want everyone to just be brought to their knees
By who?
by the two of
yeah.
them. Like I
Oh,
want this
got it.
tornado of Kristen and Lani to just wreak havoc. I
Mhm.
want them to just go full force and do whatever they need to do. I want Gabi destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Needs-
want them to
as
destroy.
much as I love badass Gabi, she needs to be.
She needs to be knocked down like several pegs.
There needs to be some punishment for what she's done. Like, we love Gabi, we love
and I do
badass
feel
Gabi.
just a little bad because I think she really does care for Eli.
She's starting to develop. Well, she has feelings for him.
Philip.
No, she's not just with Eli because it sticks it to Lani. I think she's with Eli. They have a history.
It started out that way.
Exactly.
Well, I think that was
Yeah.
But I do think now her feelings are legit, and it's not just all about sticking it to Lani. That's just a perk now.
Didn't Eli say?
I smell garlic.
I know I smell garlic too. It smells good. It's like pizza out there.
Yeah.
Who said I we're meant to be together? Was it Eli was telling someone that he believes he and Gabi are meant to be together? Was he telling?
I think he told that to Gabi.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Or was he rubbing Lani's face in it?
No, I believe when he was with Gabi,
He said,
and they were in the heat of the moment.
He really believes that they're meant to be
He
together.
said, "I think we're meant to be together."
Yeah, they're only meant to be together because she orchestrated it all.
Exactly.
I wanted Lani to grab Gabi's phone when anytime Gabi like does this with
Oh
the phone
my
that
gosh!
she
Well, you
controls,
could see
like, you
her
just be
just.
like,
Oh
like,
my gosh, she's
aha,
holding.
bitch, I got it.
I know.
She's holding it in.
And at least Kristen had the knowledge of like we'll figure out this whole app thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Don't
Well,
worry,
yeah, she's
we'll
like,
figure it out.
we'll diffuse. What did she
Yeah.
say? Disable, diffuse, Julie Spacemaker.
Which was our argument to Lani, a few months ago. It's like just figure it out. I'm sure you can figure out how to diffuse this app.
Yeah, but like we've talked about before, the fear of Gabi retaliating, like
Yeah.
Gabi retaliating is means killing Julie.
I know.
So she couldn't I.
Do you believe, though, now that Gabi and Julie have a good friendship, do you think she could really do it, or do you think she's just saying it just to still scare Lani? But could she really kill Julie now?
Gabi?
Yeah.
I think so.
You think she could still do it?
I think so.
I don't know. That's a good question.
It's a good question.
Because Gabi,
but
that would be a line that Gabi has yet to cross. You know what I mean? Like, she's devious, she's manipulative, she's conniving, but does she have the capacity to kill?
Mm-hmm.
if she's still grieving over Stefan, I don't think she's healed.
No.
I don't think she's forgiven in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think she's let
Lani.
herself even try.
So as long as she's still as long as she hasn't forgiven anyone
Mhm.
or started to heal, then I think she has the capacity to press that button.
I don't want that. I like Gabi, I can take her as devious, I can take her as manipulative, I can take her as what she is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want them to cross that line with her that she kills, because you can't
She
can't
killed
come back from
Nick.
that. She killed Nick in self-defense.
I know.
Though.
I agree.
Like that, I will always defend.
I will
that
always
was
defend
that was a
that, yeah.
self-defense.
He deserved it.
Yeah, that was
He
self-defense.
was bad. I don't care what Julie says.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just a thought. I was thinking, could she really do this? Because a few weeks ago,
They
when
had
they
some
were
great
at
conversations, but I don't think they're so close where I don't know.
I don't know.
I think maybe that'll be like there'll be a moment where she has the she is going to. I see that being like a major climax to this
There you go,
storyline
yeah.
with her like doing it, or when it's revealed that she can do it and she's being confronted and she holds it at like whether she'll do it or not. I think
Yeah.
that has the makings for a great cliffhanger. But I hope she doesn't. I hope she doesn't. I just don't
Oh,
want her. I just don't
man,
want them to
that's
do that to
tough.
the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
Your thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think Brady still is in love with Kristen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
When he saw her, she took the habit off, did you see the look he gave her? Like he gave her the once over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God, he's salivating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she could see it. She told Lani.
She did. She's like,
I
he
know
still
he still
loves
loves me.
Yeah,
I really like
definitely.
them
I
together.
do.
I know she's toxic,
I do
but
too. I do too.
yeah, I really like them together.
Mm.
I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
and we have to talk about Chad,
Mhm.
Abigail,
Mhm.
What did Chad slipped up? He slipped up and said, that was the picture that I sent you, Michael. Who was Chad having a conversation? Oh, to Kristen.
Mhm.
Oh, about father.
About father being alive.
You're right, I forgot about that.
Yes.
And Abby looked at him like,
What are you
what did you
doing?
just do?
And Kristen's like, oh, father's still alive.
That moment was so good. Oh my God.
It's gonna be interesting if Kristen and Steveano have scenes together, since like physically they look about
The
same age,
yeah.
but Stefano's a lot older. So it'd be interesting if they have Stacey and Stephen Nichols have scenes together.
Yeah.
That'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I want him to have like a lot more scenes together with people
Mhm.
because I love him. Part of me wants him to stay Stefano forever. I just love this whole new range
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we've never seen before. So I'm loving
I
it.
love it
Loving
too,
it.
but realistically, I know
It's
it
gotta-
can't last
yeah.
forever.
It
I know.
can't. Yeah, it's got to come to an end. But I do agree with you. I do want a scene with Kristen and Steveano.
There has
And
to be.
I think Kristen's gonna know. She's gonna look at him like, Dad.
Yeah.
Papa,
Yeah.
father.
They have to have a conversation because he wants the shares from
Mhm.
her. So
Yeah.
there's got to be a moment that
So
Patch
Kristen, so
and
just
Kristen have.
so let's see. Kristen holds the shares.
Right.
Chad wants them.
Gabby
wants them, and Stefano wants them.
Well, Chad and Stefano are on the
Chad
same.
and Stefano
yeah,
want them.
Yeah. they're on the
Right.
same
You're right.
team.
You're right. Right.
So yeah,
Right. So much to remember.
I know. That's why we need 7 people to do this recap.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's it for the top storylines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So,
other thing, I like how Gabi and Abigail are not coexisting very peacefully.
don't you love it? Oh my God.
And
they're
like how
both
they
so
were
catty.
Well, they were
are.
catty about how like Charlotte cut the hair
Oh
off
my
so and so's
God.
doll, and then it's like, oh, maybe you need a haircut too. And
You
then,
know, and
did
it-
you hear that? She threatened to cut my hair.
And Eli's kind of grabbing Gabby like,
I know, Gabby,
just
like,
calm
chill.
down. And
Over
Chad's
here.
grabbing Abigail like, just calm down.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, they have reason to be like
Well,
not on,
Forever.
not amicable with
Yes.
each other, but yeah.
Yes.
So, all right.
All right, let's move on to something a little bit amicable, and that's some AfterBuzz tidbits and
Business.
business. Miss Chels.
All right. So we have Ciara, Ben, Xander, Victor, and Justin.
Actually, we want to take care of the
The AfterBuzz business.
the little AfterBuzz.
Sorry,
Oh.
sorry,
business.
Tammy's name is on it.
Oh, yeah, that's why I
My bad.
was like, yeah,
I forgot to
Tammy.
change the
Oh.
name. That's my bad. I forgot to change the name.
Okay, no worries. Well, then, we just want to say thank you guys so much for watching AfterBuzz TV and making us the ESPN of TV Talk. In order to help us grow, we ask please subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a rating on iTunes, and leave us a comment. Again, we really just want to thank Kevin and Maria for creating AfterBuzz TV because we're able to engage with you guys as fans and do what we love.
Yes, love it.
Yay.
Oh, speaking of love, let's move on to Ciara, Ben, Xander, Victor, and Justin. You know, so one thing we didn't touch on because was it this week, Sarah and Xander, or was it the week before?
Sarah and Eric are gone.
No, but Xander and Sarah he flew.
Yeah.
He flew to Boston.
Oh, that was last week.
That
It
was
wasn't
last
this
week. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That
we
was-
just have to talk about it for like a
Yeah,
second.
we have to.
Because that was so good. Oh my God. And it was interesting because I remember it was a Friday episode and it was Christmas and Xander was in the mansion by himself and feeling really sorry for himself. And he had the little Christmas stocking hat on and he was missing Sarah. And I was saying to myself, God, I miss Sarah on the landscape.
Yeah.
Like, this is just poo-poo. I hate it.
Mhm.
And then the next scene was he showed up on her doorstep, and then they actually had some time
I'm
together.
glad because I'm like, Xander needs a Christmas too. He was all by
Oh,
himself
I felt
in the
so
mansion.
bad.
I was like,
I
where's
had
his
to bring that up
Christmas?
because I loved the dinner. They had the dinner together, and then she had to leave. But
In that moment too, can we just talk about that moment? Sorry, I'm still on this.
yes,
I
please.
loved it when they were in the hotel room and he's about to say goodbye to her and they just look at each
I
other. They
know.
want to lean in to kiss, but they're like, no,
They're yeah.
can't.
He's very respectful, and
Just walks
I
away.
just loved him so much.
Gosh,
Sarah, come back, heal the baby, and come back.
come back.
All
The
right.
baby's responding.
Yeah.
Brady got that text. The baby's responding well
Yeah.
to the chemo. And
I
the poor
hope
baby.
so. I know, it's terrible.
I'm like, I know adults that have really bad reactions
Yeah.
to chemo or radiation. So a baby,
Let
like a
alone
poor
little
little
babies.
baby.
I know.
Mm.
I know.
But apparently all is going well. So cross our fingers.
I don't
that-
understand the storyline, like why, but whatever. As long as Sarah comes back, I'm good. All right. So, Ciara, Ben, Xander, Victor, and Justin.
So Victor, Xander's convinced that
Ciara's up to no
Ciara's up to no good. Victor's still not believing it, not buying it
Do
until.
you think he's totally in denial, or he just said that to Xander, "Don't touch my granddaughter," but knows that Ciara's probably up to something?
That's it.
No, I don't think so. I think
Really?
I think he legit didn't believe that Ciara was until the very end of the episode where he was like, "You're at the jail again, visiting," because he confronted her about it at
Yeah.
the end because she was at the jail visiting Ben. He confronted her once about it and he was like, "Oh no," she's like, "Oh no, I've been visiting Will," and I think he has such a soft spot for her
Yeah.
that he believed it and he didn't believe that she was going against him. But we'll see what happens now because now again she went to the jail and Victor knows. And that didn't happen until the end of the episode. So
Yeah.
maybe up to that point, maybe after this he'll be a little more suspicious like Xander is. But I think I don't believe it. I don't believe that he believe that he believes Ciara is
Right.
being going against him right now.
I think he's a little in denial because when he confronted her the first time, when they're in the living room, and he asked, why are you going to the jail cell? Who are you visiting Ben? She's like, no, it's Will. She's like, did I pass? He's like, for now.
For now.
He kept
Yeah.
his tabs on her, and then the reason why he's telling Xander to back off is because he doesn't want him to touch her.
Yeah.
He still has a soft spot for her, absolutely, but he's going to handle it his way, or he's going to see what the problem is, so that way Ciara gets out. But he would never hurt Ciara. He just doesn't want Xander to get in the mix of it because Xander doesn't really care for Ciara.
And Paul Telfer had such an amazing moment when Victor said, "Do not touch Ciara," and Xander said, "Fine, I promise to not touch Ciara."
Ciara.
Yeah.
And I thought,
And I was like, he didn't say he would touch
"Oh
Ben.
my God,
Well, I mean, who
what
would?
does that mean?"
Who?
And because I was really surprised when he showed up at the jail to confront Ben.
Well, because when he
that
said,
surprised me. I was like,
well,
"Oh my God!"
well, as you're watching it, and he says like, "Okay, I won't touch Ciara," and I'm like, but he didn't say he wouldn't touch Ben.
Yeah.
And
See,
I'm
I
like,
thought,
okay, where's he gonna go with this?
I thought I won't touch Ciara translated to I'll have someone else.
Oh, I took
do
it
the
as
dirty
like,
work.
I won't touch Ciara, but I'll touch Ben.
Yeah, okay.
I'd touch Ben too. but I digress. In a different
Oh my
way.
God.
So yeah, it made sense to me. Like the next scene, we saw Xander coming to visit Ben, and I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do?
The two of them together.
That is.
OMG.
Steamy window.
And then Justin, no pressure. Last appeal for
Last
Ben.
appeal,
Oh
stay of
my
execution.
God.
And Ciara's like, Justin, give it to them.
Yeah, give him hell.
And we
Because
still
this is
don't.
literally do or die.
And we have to remember that there's a secret that Xander took care of something for Victor, or they something he did got him the job at Titan. Was something he did for Victor convinced Victor to give him a job at Titan, to keep his mouth shut. And he reminded Victor, remember?
Yeah. No, I'm
And
just
he has that,
thinking,
and he wrote that, or he typed/wrote
He
that
clearly did
confession.
something.
And Ciara only has that little part of it that says, and that's what we did. But it's not
The wrong man's in jail.
Oh, they did something to an innocent man.
Right. Which we know it's not Ben.
Mm-hmm.
It's Will. But what on earth? Why would Victor do something against Will
We don't know.
or Adrian? Because Adrian's the
That-
one
that was
that's
our-
why Will's in jail.
So what
Yeah.
we know, Will's in jail for killing Adrian. Do we know how?
No, that story
don't
and
know
Haley
how.
are the two storylines. We're like, hello, okay.
And that needs to come
We
out.
don't know how. Xander confessed that they did something to an innocent man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
I don't know.
Right now.
I mean, for the longest time, I was thinking Xander and Victor had something to do with Will. But now, I don't know. Maybe it does have to do something with Ben.
Who's Adrian associated with that Xander and Victor would Because I think what happened to Adrian was an accident.
Okay.
That's what they keep saying.
So it's someone associated with that circle. Kate?
The chat room is
No.
mentioning Evan. Maybe they think Evan had something
Oh.
to do with it.
Oh.
That Evan,
That
Evan's
would be
in the mix.
good. Because
Ooh.
I tell you, Evan just has this squeaky clean
Yeah,
background.
no one's squeaky
And
clean.
he's
No.
going for Sonny, who's Adrian's son. So
Oh, Evan's a part of this.
maybe.
Evan is a part of this.
Evan.
I'm convinced of it now. I didn't even think about him. For podcast listeners, Tammy's pointing
Tammy's
her
pointing her
finger.
finger.
Evan
We
is
know
a
she's
part of this.
serious.
And it's
but
just
she points
not
the
like
finger.
pointing. I mean, we're like,
I'm like-
there's
She's super
there's
serious.
force behind
She's
it.
super serial, guys. Super serial.
Super cereal. Captain
So-
Crunch super cereal.
So yeah,
I don't know how, but he's a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
part of
it.
so
We'll see.
Evan is a part of this.
But yeah, so Ben has, going back to Ben, one chance to get, off death row. Do we think we're gonna get an execution like John, like we had with John back in '96, and then with Sammy
I was gonna say
back in
Sammy.
'99, where it's like they're getting the stuff like
So
injected.
he's gonna lose the appeal, and then he's gonna be.
It's gonna go
sentenced
all the
to
way
death.
it's gonna be all the way to the death chamber.
Oh my
with,
god!
and then someone's gonna come in and be like, he didn't do
well, that'll give
it!"
Victoria some really good stuff to
Oh, yeah. She's already like
man,
rocking it.
she's already rocking it.
So
So
yeah,
you're right, I
and,
didn't
and
even
Robert.
think about that.
It'll
That
give
would
Robert
be
some good stuff
interesting.
too.
Oh yeah.
Especially if they decide to drag it out and have like people come and say goodbye and say their last,
Oh my God.
whatever. Because I
Even-
remember back with John when he was an Aramid and he was on death. Oh my God.
That would be, even if they don't do that, can they please take our suggestion and put on the dual app so we could see a scene like
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
that? That would be good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
We'll be the
appeal-
extras.
ooh, hello. the headphone just
Yeah, I know.
woke
I
up.
heard it.
Hi.
I heard it.
Hi.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. He's going to lose the appeal. They're going to drag this on.
Or maybe not. Maybe they'll be.
Maybe
Oh
they
my
will.
God,
Maybe
wow.
they'll be like appeal granted. You're free to go.
Well, here's
It'll
the
be very
thing, if-
anticlimactic. Who knows?
No, because they don't have anything really good enough for them not to grant the appeal.
I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or maybe
Justin
maybe
doesn't
Clyde,
have new
maybe,
evidence or.
Have we, what's where did that? Is he still in solitary?
No,
Is it-
he's out of
he's out.
solitary.
His ratchet ass got out of
Yeah,
solitary,
remember
right? So
he
maybe
threatened-
his butt will come up with
Yeah.
something.
I want Clyde and Xander to have a scene together.
Any scene with Clyde is going to be great.
Mhm.
He's just so dirty.
I just don't like Clyde.
Oh, gosh.
Whatever.
I know.
Character I don't like. Actor, he's okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I think that's it for the tidbits.
Yeah.
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 And the
now-
week of days.
And the week of days.
Days.
A lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh. And time for our favorite part of the show, which is our segments. And we are going to start with. Okay, so for the first time, we took a poll and we gave fans an option between Camila Banus and Ari Zucker in regards to what outfit on New Year's Eve they thought rocked it. And Miss Ari Zucker and Nicole got it at 59%. But you know, Camila was a close follow-up with 41%. So we're giving it to Miss Ari Zucker in this teal colored silk satin jumpsuit that is absolutely stunning. I have to agree with the fans. Absolutely rocked it. Congratulations, Ari. You get Designer Day's first 2020 spotlight.
2020.
And next we have
Caption that.
All right, this week's Caption That Photo comes courtesy of Hattie, Kate, and Steveano. And this week's caption goes to @bunnies798acorn on Twitter, who did not have an actual name on the profile, so I don't know what their actual name is.
okay.
So bunnies798acorn on Twitter with with her caption, "Who's ready for a wet willy?"
Wow. I'd forgotten about those.
Look, it is just
Oh
like
my God.
her
It's so
face.
true.
So
I
funny.
totally forgotten about that.
Yeah.
A wet willy.
It's
That's
just so funny. Like,
ridiculous.
so did I until I read it, and then I looked at the picture, and I'm like, that's the one.
That's
She's
good.
like, moves right for Wet Willie. It's just the look on her face and everything was perfect. So, congratulations, Bunnies798 Acorn on Twitter.
Caption that.
And next we have.
Hey, why?
It's like,
Oh, hey, Ryan.
I
Ryan.
don't know why it's not playing.
Okay. Why?
Aw.
Aww. All right.
Sorry.
It's all good. I liked yours, actually. Yours is pretty good. The awe moment of the week goes to, well, weeks, I should say. It is JJ, Jack, Jennifer, and Abigail. I loved when they were in the hospital together, and then Jack
Christmas.
this was Christmas, and Jack just breaks down, and he looks at JJ saying, "We're gonna spend Christmas together," and most Christmases together as well, all of them together. So I just loved them three together.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, so good. But yes, JJ, Jack, Jennifer, Abigail, you get my aww moment of the weeks.
Of the weeks, I
Of the
know.
weeks.
So we do want to give a shout out to Me World. It was interesting because as I was watching the week, there were so many O'Shiz moments. You know, obviously Lani
Yeah.
throwing that planner into the window was a moment.
Me World, post your. Oh, here we go. They're on cue. Me World's O'Shiz moment of the week goes to Steve Johnson for declaring his love for another woman to Kayla.
Ouch.
O'Shiz.
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 Oh shit.
Thanks, Me World.
Thank you. And now we have.
Oh, there we go.
AfterBuzz
Got it.
TV News.
All right. So this coming March, you can help us celebrate our 5th anniversary, our
Yes.
quintennial, as we're calling it, in association with Spectrum Celebrity Events. They did the event back in July that Tony hosted in DC. Can't remember what it was
I know.
called, but
Rainbow or I forget.
yeah. Anyway, they're coming to LA and doing Edition Days Quintennial, taking place Saturday, March 21st, and Sunday, March 22nd, here in beautiful Burbank. Events include an evening reception on Saturday and a breakfast reception on Sunday. Stars confirmed to attend are Stacey Hayduke, Paul Telfer, Billy Flynn, Kate Manzi, Scott Shilstone, who played Wyatt,
Yes.
and Eric Marsoff and Jen Lilly. Keep coming. And you have a chance to win tickets. You can buy tickets or you can have a chance to win tickets, but you've got to enter now. The contest ends tonight at 11:59
Okay.
EST, 8:59 p.m. PST. So log on to SpectrumCelebrityEvents.com and enter the SCEBUR20 Twitter contest for a chance to win tickets to the event. They're also having another event with some young young
up and
folks. Up and coming.
Yeah.
You can I think you get to choose which one you get to go to, whether it's
Okay.
the our event or
Wink,
the
wink.
the other one. But again, you need to do so now because the contest ends tonight. So good luck, and we hope to see you in March. Again, it's SpectrumCelebrityEvents.com.
Yes.
And then there's only 2 months left before Starstruck's Got Talent event in Myrtle Beach. Join Days stars such as Nadia Bjorlin, Wally Kurth, Eric Martsolf, and daytime actor Jacob Young for a weekend of mix and mingling. You can get your tickets available at starstruckfanevents.com and on Twitter at StarstruckFans2.
And Cassie DePaiva will be there as well. You may be missing her on
we
screen.
did mention
but-
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
her leaving.
So Eve left Salem.
So gonna miss her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I not on board with that decision.
Yeah,
but
me
you know,
either.
maybe she'll be back. They sometimes bring her back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Myrtle Beach sounds fun. Our friend Kevin Speardas and his Emmy-winning series After Forever have dropped their full second season on Amazon Video. Season 2 of After Forever picks up 6 months after the end of Season 1 as Brian has a new relationship and a new job, but Jason is still very present in his life. The 8-episode season continues his and his friend's journey of love, loss, and moving on. So if you're a Prime member, it's available to you now. If you're not a Prime member, go join and watch After Forever, and enjoy it.
It's truly, After Forever is truly one of the most beautiful web series out there right
hopefully
now.
it gets some
It's
Emmy,
amazing.
as much Emmy recognition, if not more, than it did this year.
Yeah.
Than it did last year. This year,
They
as it
swept
did last
last
year.
year.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Days fans, the Days is going to the UK. It's going to be on the Sony channel beginning Monday 20th, January 2020, with episodes beginning at 9:10 a.m. And the episode's going to pick up from season 53, and that's the return of Vivian and Stefan on New Year's Eve.
The introduction of Stefano.
Yes,
Stefano.
Stefan O.
Yes.
It's a
Stefan
romance.
O.
Stefan O. Demira. So you
It's
guys
a good
have
point to
viewing.
start.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really good point to start.
And then lastly, of course, Tami and I will be back this Thursday for Soap News Weekly. We're excited, 6:15 p.m. on Thursdays, and we're happy for this new
Can't
year.
wait.
And that's it for all your news and gossip.
Do we have a promo?
We do have a promo.
Awesome. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's take a look at what's going to happen next week on Days of Our Lives.
Grandma, please.
If he dies, it'll be on your head. Kayla has moved on. You hurt her. My client does not deserve the death penalty.
Oh.
The ruling just came in.
So we find out this week, hopefully.
Oh,
what happens to
Robert
Bean.
Scott Wilson's turning tables. Oh,
Flipping tables.
Flipping tables.
You know it's going to be good when there's a table flip.
Oh my God. Wow.
that-
Okay, I can't wait.
that
That's
looks
gonna
This
be
looks like
great.
a good week.
Victor,
It's gonna
that's
be great.
shocking.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Victor.
No. I don't like that. I don't like that
I don't
at
like
all.
that either.
All right.
Oy.
All right,
so,
guys.
looks
So
like it's going to
before
be
we-
a crazy week.
Oh my gosh. Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
where can people find you
Yeah.
on the socials, Mr. Michael?
You can find me on Twitter at MLMattis1 and on Instagram at MLMattis.
And you can find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker. That's Chelsea with an IE. And on Twitter at Chelsie Overocker.
And you can find me on Insta at Tami.Goveia and on Twitter at Tami Goveia. And you can find Dishin Days on Facebook and Insta at Dishin Days and on Twitter at _Dishin Days.
Yes.
Everyone, Happy New Year. We're
Happy
so
New Year,
excited to be
everybody.
back. We will see you
Bye.
next week.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.